I'm by birth Muslim. Kind of consider myself atheist, agnostic.
I'm sorry, you're Muslim and atheist?
By birth Muslim.
By birth Muslim, but now
consider
atheist.
myself atheist, agnostic.
All right.
So why God just doesn't come out and solve this mystery? People are still killing each other. I'm Muslim, you're Jew, you're this, I'm this,
Yeah,
you're this. You're wrong. I hate you. I'm gonna kill you. I'm gonna kill you.
Right.
90% of the wars during the ages was because of these religiouses.
Yep.
I'm not saying specifically which one.
Yep.
Just why God just doesn't come out?
Okay, I'll go first, and then
It's very
Stuart will go.
simple,
Okay.
Solve it.
So what's the problem? Why are Muslims and Christians and Jews and atheists killing each other? Why did Mao Zedong murder about 7 million people? 70 million people. Excuse me, that was Stalin.
100 million.
Who?
Mao.
Mao did 100 million? Why did Mao Zedong, Joseph Stalin, Adolf Hitler slaughter people in the millions? If anybody tells you,
Ideology.
yeah, and money and power and land.
I want it for my team, not
Yeah,
yours.
exactly. That's right. So that's the real cause of war. So what does that show us?
But they dip into religion because that moves people.
Okay. But the real problem is the human heart. Why is there so much divorce? Because the human heart. Why is there racism? Because the human heart. Why is there sexism? Because the human heart. A bunch of insecure men have to dump on women to prove that they're superior. That's sick. But it's a sign of the heart. And why on earth, at a university as wonderful as this, is there date rape? What? Are you kidding me? It's because the human heart. We have a problem with evil, like it or not, every single one of us. Now then the next question is, okay, now we got the problem, now what's the solution? And you'll hear different things from different people. Some people will say, well, if you get a PhD from the University of Texas at Austin, you'll be a really good guy. You won't date rape. You'll be highly educated, a really good guy. Really? Nazi Germany was one of the most educated nations of the world when they gassed Jews in Dachau and Auschwitz and Buchenwald. So if you're going to try and convince me that education is the key, I'm going to say no way. Because the evidence is that's not the truth. Jesus Christ, I am convinced, is the truth because he changes the human heart. He's not this religious ritual. He wants to change my heart, so instead of hating, I love. Instead of being disrespectful, I respect people. That's why I'm committed to introducing people to Jesus Christ. Why? Because I'm convinced he's the solution.
Oh, I love that part about Christianity. They're probably the nicest religious out there, generally speaking. Generally speaking, I'm thinking, why God just doesn't come out and freaking make it simple?
Okay, that's the next question. Stuart, why?
One of the greatest mathematicians of all time, Blaise Pascal. Blaise Pascal himself said that God gives us the most evidence, just enough evidence for us to decide whether we want to trust in him or not, but not too much evidence to cause it to be compulsory, to make you believe in him. No, it's based off of faith and a trusting relationship. If God just showed up right now in front of you, he'd be a large demigod. You would come to believe in him based off of fear, terror, because I have to bend the knee to this God who is so scary. Yeah.
Hey, I created all of you. I can take care of all of you. I can kill all of you. I can keep you alive. And you, if you don't behave, you're going to be killed.
Yeah.
And this is the way. Nobody's going to kill each other. Everybody's going to be nice. Everybody has to do their job. Make the heaven over here. Just why wait until you die and go to the other side?
Well, because you're asking him to prove, you're asking the God, the creator of the entire universe, to prove himself to you in a specific kind of way.
I'm not saying that. I said, well, make it simple. Just come out and make this world you're living in, make it heaven. Why wait until you die and be good and this to go to the other side? Do it right now.
But who are we to say right here, right now,
why this mystery?
That the God of the entire universe, you show up in the way I want you to show up perfectly, and now all of a sudden I want a loving, connected relationship with you. See, what you're talking about is you're just talking about a type of evidence, and I just want a type of proof that you exist. There's no trusting relationship that's built into that. It's proof. I just want proof.
here right now.
That's all I want. I want proof, God, you show up right now, and I'll believe in you and give my life to you. No, they won't. It's playing a sick, dirty game with God, saying that you need to give me a type of proof because I am God. It's a type of humanism. It's I need X amount of proof. You need to tell me why exactly suffering happens, why exactly we don't have the cure for cancer right now, God, and then I'll believe in you. Do you see how that's a game, that's a dangerous game to play that will not be able to form a type of relationship with God? Strong-arming him.
Dangerous game to play to make people believe in something. That guy believes in a little bit different thing. That guy believes in, and then they hate each other, they kill each other, and everybody thinks they're right. And who knows who's right until you die, and we'll find out the other side who was right. I mean, it's a sick game. This is a sick game.
You remove God, and then you start to dip into a certain autobiography by a certain communistic soldier in Russia who started murdering 10 different inmates he had because he said, I thank the God who does not exist that I can become God myself to make moral decisions on people's lives so that I can kill them. If there is no God, there is no moral obligation. There is nobody to say that this is absolutely right and this is absolutely wrong. I decide it myself. And if I decide to ultimately end this person's life, who's to say it's bad? So you remove God, now there's moral subjectivity, and you decide what is right, what is wrong, and they're all meaningless and they're all equivalent to each other.
We had a lot of
That's why atheism, that's why there's been way more deaths through atheistic regimes than through religion. Religion, you get the Crusades, you get the Salem witch trials. What? The Salem witch trials killed 7 people. Mao killed 70 million. I mean, this is such a scary little game, trite game that atheists like to play, whether it's a bumper sticker on the back of a car or whether it's a freaking meme. What they'll say is, religion just kills people. And they never get into the historicity of it and start to understand, no, actually it's atheism that kills people. It's not religion.
It's ideology. Communists did that. The communism ideology. A lot of religions on that.
Atheism
I
ideology.
hate you.
Yep.
You're in my group. You're not in my group.
Right.
What I'm saying, again, I told you I am kind of don't know, atheist, agnostic. I don't know.
Yeah.
I say I don't know. So I'm saying all these religions came through and they all consider one God, which has started from, from my country. From,
Yeah.
was it Zoroastrianism?
Right. Okay.
One God, one hero.
Yeah.
So they all copied it after that.
Okay.
What I'm saying is, if this is true, and like as you said, 80% of the world believe in it, not 80%, half of the world. Why just God doesn't come out? Just wait until you die.
Every single religion believes in a God that's radically different from the other. So for you to say a God just shows up and all of a sudden everybody says, oh, here we go. Everybody just look at this God and we all understand this God perfectly, believe in this God, and hey, all the religious wars, all the atheistic regimes will all be done away with. That's an idea that is so presumptuous, it's scary.
He created us. He's the most powerful. He can turn off all the airplanes, all the guns,
Right.
Everything. Anybody gonna do something bad, he's gonna stop it. He's the most powerful. Why doesn't, I don't care, is Christianity God or Muslim God or Judaism God, which actually Islam believes on all 3 of them. Why?
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 It's simple. It's simple.
Why is not coming out?
It's because he wants you to love him. And love cannot force.
I see.
No. You cannot force someone to love you.
I see you over here.
Yeah, I can't force you to love me.
I know, but
Okay, God is not going to
if I
force
don't
you to
like
love
you,
him.
I turn around and go.
God loves you, and because he loves you, he waits for you to love him. Now, second point is this.
I want to see it.
Fine. Look at Jesus. Then that's the way you see God. Look at
I can
Jesus.
see Jesus. There's
You
no
read
picture,
about him.
There's no movie. There's nothing.
All right.
I
But
see
the
stuff.
game that you're playing, I'll tell you why it's wrong. God, if you want me to believe in you, you better do this. Show up right here, right now.
I don't even want to believe in it. I said, why just doesn't? I may not like him, but
all right, okay.
just walk away.
All right.
But why just he doesn't show up?
All right, let me ask you. Do you have a problem with a young man who looks into the face of the young woman who has just said to him, I love you, and he says, I don't believe you unless you have sex with me? Do you have a problem with that?
No, maybe that's
No?
what works. For
Well, I do. I got a big problem with that.
I know.
If I say, God, in order for me to believe in you, you must do this, I am manipulative. Don't play that game. Don't play it with a woman, sir, and don't play it with God. Instead, take a person for who they are, let them reveal to you the way they choose to love you, respect them, and do the same with God. And if God chooses to become a human being in Jesus Christ, and the evidence is he's reliable, you better trust him, love him, because he obviously loves you. He gave his life for you. And they're not a bunch of people who give their lives for me. He gave his life for you, so he really loves you.
I respect all of these religions, including Islam, Christianity, Judaism. All I'm saying is, why make it so complicated?
It's not.
Why God needs me liking it or loving it?
It's real
If
simple.
I don't like him or love him,
You don't like him because you resent his
I
authority.
didn't say I don't like him. I said the hell with me if I don't like him. Why he needs me to like him?
Because he created you for a purpose, to love him and to love others.
Get rid of me if I don't like him.
Well, no, don't get rid of him. He loves you.
No, get rid of me if he doesn't
Oh, no,
like
he
me.
loves you. He
If I don't
really
like
cares
him.
about you.
What I'm saying is the mighty, he's the nicest guy in the world. Come here, stop all the wars and say, hey, I'm here. You guys be nice to each other and live.
That's right. And that's about as dishonest as if I were to try and force him to work among the homeless, or force him to respect this woman, or force him to respect this man. You don't go around forcing people. You respect people, you respect their free will, they make their decision. Now, obviously, I'm trying to convince people. Obviously, I am trying to convince people because I love people. I'm convinced that Jesus is the truth. But to force someone to lie to someone in order to get them to believe in Jesus?
You don't
That's
force people.
pathetic.
What I'm saying is just here, I'm here. Everybody, don't do bad stuff. Everybody knows what bad stuff is. Don't do this bad stuff. Go do whatever you want. Be happy, live, and whatever rules, he's gonna set. And as long as you don't do anything bad to each other, you're all good.
And ultimately, if you're a free rider, and ultimately if you break any rule you want, cheat on your exams, if you can get away with it, and it benefits you. It benefits you in a way where perhaps it'll lead to a higher salary job, and then you can do good for people.
I didn't say that. You said it.
No, you said it. You said and go do, and whatever you want to do. If it's bad, it's bad. That's
Don't break the
fine.
rules. Don't break the rules. He's everywhere. He knows everything, and whatever bad you do, he knows it, isn't he?
So God sets the rules, you're saying.
Yeah.
He's the moral objective truth
That's
that
what-
exists,
that's every
right or wrong.
religion says.
Okay, so you believe in God.
No, I said that's what every religion says.
That's what every religion says. No. But yes, many religions would say that there is transcendent moral objective right and wrong, and that's where I agree with the religions that talk about that, because there is a God that sets it that is transcendent. Rather than what you just set all of the moral obligations for us right here. Why am I to listen to you? Because what if you get in power, and what if your heart goes sour, like Pol Pot or somebody, or Hamas right now, then all of a sudden I have to listen to you, and you say, hey, go do what you want, and go do what I want.
If you do something bad, he's gonna slap you in the head, and that's it. You can move on.
Yes, God is omniscient. He's the all-knowing one. So if I am deciding to go out and cheat on my exam and get away with it, heck, the teachers won't catch me. Perhaps my classmates won't catch me on the honor system and turn me in. I can get away with it, but God is omniscient and all-knowing. So yes, that better give me pause to not do it. Versus if there is no God, I can do it. Why not? It benefits me. Break the rules. It's fine. Make it clear. And I am with you on that. At the end of the day, I'm totally with you. I wish God made his presence clearer, for
I wanted
sure.
to see your point of view.
Thank you so much for sharing it.